Peace to the family. We here. Let's count all this fucking money. Do I gotta count $250,000 for you guys today? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. Okay, let's just leave this here. 10,000, 20,000, 130,000, 140,000. I'm missing a wrap. I'm missing a wrap on this, but this is definitely 150,000. If there's any doubt, we get another 50,000 just to make it 200,000 even. 0.2 I'm gonna just keep raising the bar. My brother King Simon's supposed to come in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. We just waiting for him to come in. 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Still waiting for King Simon. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 89. Okay, 10,000. That's why we need the money counter, people. King Simon, you in the building yet? So yeah, it's 150,000. You see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This thing is loose. 11, 12, 13, 14. So we established that this is 15. I just gotta get a wrap. It's 150,000. Still got some loose change over here. Got a couple thousand over here. It's just stuck together. Brand new. I had to order the money. I got a real estate deal that I'm about to do. Costs for about 220 grand cash. It becomes cheaper if I give them cash. So that's why I'm doing this. Don't worry. I did my taxes despite the fact I'm turned up. Where you at, King Simon? King Simon is here. Let's go. Let's go. Do an interview today. We don't see this often. I do this for the young homies because I'm from Brooklyn. And people say to me, white people don't show off their money. And I'm like, because white people haven't been oppressed for years like black people. So when black people finally get a chance to get some bread, yeah, we will act different significantly. Unless you've been raped, robbed, and pillaged and castrated, the trans-sub-Saharan slave trade under Arab imperialism for over 1,000 years, and then you come over here where the white man comes up with a whole new working model for slavery, way more convenient for us. Well, we said, man, we like his slavery more than the Arab slavery, and he does this in for 400 plus years. So we look at almost damn near 2,000 years of being in a state of involuntary servitude, massively repressed, subjugated. And you think our swag not supposed to be different? Pardon the terminology. I know where the word come from. But quantitatively, I know what you
how you guys feel about it. So you think our drip is not going to be different? This is the working of a man from a race that they're constantly holding down. Our race, as a black man, I'm supposed to be up to my neck in child support, locked up for some bullshit, or murdered due to the fratricidal war that our brothers embark upon amongst each other. So when I come out with this, if you don't feel this thing hit different from me. This don't got to hit right for you. We'll catch me when we talking on other points. But today we're going to talk about this money, goddammit. And if you doubt, you know how WWE, they used to tell the Dudley boys, get the table. If you doubt, I said, get out this $50,000. If you doubt. If baby said that. For that, you could change the 10. Baby girl's changing the 10. Like, I'm about to tell you get the other 50 grand because I think somebody feeling it. And if they push me, we're going to count $250,000 on the live stream. I'm just saying, if this is what you see, cash, because this shit is illusory. Now imagine what's going on. Just on the metal credit card, my shit go clank. My credit card go clank. You know, when you get a black card, they drive that bitch and drop it off to you in a limo. Y'all probably think I'm joking, though. I ain't joking. They drop off the credit card with a limo, son. Yo, I'm not playing with you. Get that credit card. Cash is king, credit is queen. Brotherpolight.com. Let me type it in. This is my brother, Simon.
What's up?
From King Simon Productions. Make sure you give this brother a follow and keep up what he's doing. You know, he has been a mentor to me in many respects. When I first came into the community, he's like, yo, tone it down. You're cursing too much. You're turning people off. I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't got to stop cursing, nigga. And he's like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. You turning me off. And so eventually I took heed. I was able to reach larger audiences when I started listening to him because I was young and impressionable, and I was looking to copy some of the approaches that previous leaders had that I believe maybe gave them some momentum, but I started to establish myself and find my identity. And this brother King Simon helped me out quite a bit with promoting me and giving me not destructive criticism, but constructive criticism. And the more I would listen to him, the better I would get. And he was there from the beginning when people was turning me down to do a lecture. People wouldn't even sell my own DVDs, you know, and it was a lot. But my brother saw my potential and he worked with me and marketed me. And man, we started doing numbers like I was coming out with hip hop albums, but it was just lectures for knowledge.
That's right.
And I'm just so eternally grateful to my brother. So that's King Simon Productions on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
And King Simon Presents on YouTube. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Check out his content. Keep up with his events. He does numerology. You know, that's one of our cheat codes when it's done properly.
It was done properly.
Make sure you get in tune. We need to use every cheat code in the book, every legal cheat code, until this white man makes it illegal. So we're going to use every cheat code in the book. And, you know, another thing is people think, you know, because I work with white people and I have friendships with white people that I sold out. But when you become more successful and you get to connect with people on different levels, you realize, like, you know, there's good people on planet Earth. Like, they come in all forms. And, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the black devil, quote unquote, because damn, boy, that boy is a troll. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like my own people don't do me dirty. And so that opened my eyes. But nonetheless, we know who did what historically. We never forget that. But I keep an eye on everybody these days and times. But shout out to all the good brothers and sisters that I have met along the path that may not share my complexion, but have done right by me and added tremendous value to my family. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank you all for your support. But I'm here to do this. Hey, babe, that's getting picked up all over here. Yeah. So I'm here. I'm here. Let's build.
What's up, man? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Loud and clear, my good brother. Loud and clear.
My brother, it's always a pleasure. It's good to be on your platform. Make sure y'all log in to brotherpolight.com. I'm a promoter, so I'm going to promote him. Of course, my website is kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's a blog/website. So I'm building my other website, but Instagram, King Simon Productions, and of course, King Simon Presents on YouTube. Yes, I am a numerovator. I don't even call myself a numerologist anymore, bro. It's about motivating people with these numbers so they can get to your status and my status and keep on flying, going beyond. Like I've motivated my own children. I've motivated thousands of people through sessions. And you're one of the people that have written books on numerology. So your book, I have your book in my archive. Lloyd, of course, the great Lloyd Strayhorn. And brother, I'm just honored to be here because I know you since you was like 25, 26 years of age, and now you 37 years old doing your thing. Congratulations on all the success. I was watching your feed about February, how much money you made in February. I said, wow, that's beautiful.
$380,000. My goodness. From one of my businesses. From one of them.
Oh, one of them.
From one of them.
And
I have an interview. I have some interviews coming up to demonstrate the millions of dollars that I made during this pandemic. I was being audited so they can verify that the money was made. Wasn't like I kept buying the same product for myself. These are unique customers, whether it's real estate, whether it's my book publishing company, because I publish other people's books in addition to my very own. And so several of my companies have become multi-million-dollar companies within the pandemic and on the cusp of going into it. And so that's about to be presented on a lot of financially prestigious platforms. So stay in tune for that, people. Stay in tune for that. You're going to bear witness because this is real estate bread. Get that UCC and real estate court. But I liquidated some of my crypto because I'm putting some money into real estate there. And I also have some good business with my friend Michael Mack. He does a lot of celebrity tournaments. He's doing something for the golf. He's doing a celebrity golf tournament. And that's coming up soon. And I get some good investment plans and arrangements with him.
Right.
And salute to my good man, Michael Mack. He introduced some more things that I could do lucratively for some money. But he has the Boom Cups celebrity games that he does, and he's about to do a golf celebrity thing event. And I just got a lot of love. He was out there with me for Floyd Mayweather's birthday in Aruba/Miami. There's a great vibe, and an incredible network of talented people that are wealthy and or creative. And if you're creative, you're already wealthy in my world. That's right. This that's all this is. This is riches. But you're wealthy if you're creative. That's where the money's at. Because that's how you make the money, by being creative, by thinking different, by being a pioneer and a venture. So just want to thank all the people that help add value to my life. I'm using $20,000 to keep the phone this high. So I got the phone on top of 20 G's just to make sure it can catch me. So if you see some paper stack missing, because it's on the phone. But I'm listening. What's up, my good brother? I'm listening.
Yo, family, he holds the same energy he's held since he was younger. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. There's an energy. And people don't know that history, man. I don't know. I know you skim through it a lot, but that history goes back, man. And the first thing I like to ask you, brother, because and let me show them something through numbers, because he's born on the 10th. And one thing about the number 10, family, that's the Wheel of Fortune number in tarot. That means they will accomplish great things if they want to, anything they desire. Number 10s, people born on the 10th of any month. I'm telling you, that's called the Wheel of Fortune. Now, you can look it up in tarot. It's called the Wheel of Fortune number. So whether you're doing good or bad, you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish as long as you don't second guess yourself, become indecisive, and all of that, and become reckless. That's how these things happen. So I knew it was going to happen for him anyway. I've been knew that because I know the one energy. The one energy works like that. That's what we do. We make things happen. So, I understand, hello, hey, the numerology for money in Chaldea is 22. That's the master number. And I like what Reverend Ike says, who is also a number one. Reverend Ike says, money is like a beautiful, fine woman. If you speak bad against it, it will run away from you. But if you speak good about money and actually love what you do with money, because the lack of money is the root of all evil, not the love of money. I want to make sure people are clear. The lack of money is the root of all evil, not the love of money.
Hey, you ever played Jenga with $150,000?
No, sir, I have not yet. Not yet. I will. Not yet. I will. Not yet. Soon. Soon.
Yeah, we do this. We play Jenga with 150K.
I'll drink to that. Now, polite.
Yeah. I'm here.
I know people like to, people have questioned you all the time and said, how come you say that you love money? How come you say you love money? Because, everybody like to say the love of money is the root of all evil, but Reverend Ike would say the lack of money is the root of all evil. So please explain why you love money.
Man, that Reverend on point. Shit.
Yo.
Well, I'll do this. Dang, let me see. Okay. I think I can flip the screen. Oh no, I was doing that shit there. Ghetto BS. I'm coming right now. I like this conversation. Oh. Boom. Okay, there we go. So let's give this thing some context. What does the word love mean? It's an intense feeling of deep affection. You hear that?
Yes,
so
sir.
It's not what we make up. I'm reading the dictionary. What is love? I love money, right? Mm-hmm. So it's an intense feeling of deep affection, a deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. This is not the love that we thought of all the time. If I tell a woman that I love her, I might be telling her that I have a deep romantic or sexual attachment to her. This doesn't imply that I care about her. This doesn't imply that, when they say, if you love me, you would do this, that, and the third. No, if I love you, I would probably want to have sex with you, according to this dictionary definition. To love is an affectionate greeting conveyed to someone on one's behalf. Okay, we're going to keep going. A great interest and pleasure in something. So I have a great interest and pleasure in money. And clearly we see love is confined to a definition meaning a deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. And so let's think about these things. If I as a man tell a woman I love her under the right context, under this pretense, I have the right to love her and not necessarily care about her.
Right.
If I as a man wanted to engage a woman romantically because I wanted to have sex with her, I would have every right to say I love her.
Right.
And so I say that I love money, right? Because I have an intense feeling when it comes to money, and it's a feeling of fondness. And so when you see a deep feeling of affection, the word affection means a gentle feeling of fondness,
right,
or a physical expression. Okay, I'm just reading these words as they go. So
right.
The reason why I love money is because opportunities are created. I'm fond of money because opportunities are created with the more money that I have available to me.
Right.
That when I had less money available to me, I was sad because there was many things that I wanted to do for friends and family. Nothing makes me feel more better than when my family needs me, that I'm not only able to provide, but I'm able to exceed their expectations. And so I also realized that people say they love sweaters, they love cars, they love sneakers. I love that house. I love that scent. I love that perfume. I love this food. And then they turn around and equate the same word to the people that's close to them in their life.
Right.
And then people get mad at me when I say I love money. But no one's mad at someone. No one's mad at the fat girl who says I love this kid. No one's mad at her. No one says, how dare you love the cake? No one gets mad. When a woman says, oh, girl, I love those shoes. No one says, don't you have a husband? How the hell can you love those shoes? No one is mad. But guess what? In order for the fat girl to get cake, and in order for the other woman to buy those shoes, she needed money. So I just go straight to the source.
That's right.
Because anything that everybody else is talking about loving, you had to pay for it. So you love those shoes, you love that sweater, you love that house, you love that car. Everyone is legal to love all those things, but I'm not legal to love the money that helps you get all those things. I just cut straight to the chase. I ain't need a Jesus in the way of my God. I'm like, fuck it. And the black woman is my God. I don't need no medium in between. I get the money.
That's right.
So I can worship my God properly. Because, you know, when you worship God, you might have to do a sacrifice. So what I had to do, I had to sacrifice some money by saving, by investing, by not going out to club, by not going out to party. I had to sacrifice my youth. I had to manage my money better. So I could be a provider onto my women, onto my wives, onto my children. I had to make sacrifices. Okay? Because who I venerate and who I worship, meaning to give a high admiration to, who I look at in a form of high admiration, is the black woman, because the black woman has saved me several times over and she has given birth to me. So that's who I personally acknowledge and worship, because I worship a true and living God. I'm not doing this stream to convert you over to my religion. You might have personal experiences with people that I'm calling God, may have you under the gun, be it child support or whatever. I get it. That's none of my business. What I'm telling you is, despite the things that women may do against me, they remain their same complexion. And history remains the same, that they are the progenitors of society. Whether they do good, bad, wrong, evil, wickedness, or righteousness, they remain the same in anatomy. And therefore, they don't become any less black, nor do they become any less divine. Right. But no one's perfect. So I just need people to understand that. And God is a neuter noun. That means it applies to males and females. So stop writing in the chat. So she's God, she's goddess. God is a neuter noun. So that means it can apply to a male or female or both at the same time. Okay, people? I've been doing this for quite some time. Take it easy. I've been doing it. I've heard every damn thing you can imagine about my views. So I'm super sharp. Seasoned. Man,
right.
you like jerk sauce, you ain't had nothing until you see me debate. I'm seasoned. All right? So,
hey, Polite, you know, you said something on my channel on King Simon Presents on YouTube recently, and y'all can go check out that broadcast we just did about the spiritual work that you've done in order to develop where you at, especially in amount of finance. And I could attest that some of the chants that I've gotten from you, the comedic chants that you and your wives used to do back in the day, it definitely instilled in me to always bring the male and the female energy together. When you said Amun, you said Amunet. When you said Ra, you said Ra'et. You always kept that balance. Explain to the family that how does money has a spiritual happiness as well as a physical happiness?
Man, that's a good question. Well, we call it currency, right? Yes. And that's electricity. That's what currency is, right? And the human body is an electric mechanism. So we will naturally have an affinity to something that establishes this consistency. What I mean by that is, it's something called psychometry. So whenever you come in contact with an object, some people are sensitive enough to kind of read from the history of that object or get an impression from the last people that came in touch with that object. That's for the people who delve into the science. It's called psychometry, right? Because we have 5 senses, but actually they come down to 1. So whether it's see, touch, feel, whatever, something always has to be felt. Olfactory nerves have to feel something. You know, the incus malleus and stapes, the bones in the inner ear have to feel a vibration. So the hair that's suspended in the cochlea, the liquid fluid in the inner ear, can cause it to sway based on the vibration for you to deal with interpretation. Your taste buds have to come in contact with something. Same thing with your hands. So even if we think we got 5 senses, we really got 1 sense. But then if we want to go to the higher senses, right, like psychometry, intuition, telepathy, and clairvoyance, then those 5 plus 4 will give you 9, which is perception, which turns into 1 sense again. You know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about money, it's all about perception. In order to get to the money, you got to have a higher sense. You got to have a level of intuition. You got to be telepathic. They call it marketing. You know, you got to be able to anticipate people's needs and decision-making. You got to be clairvoyant in order to generate the vision or the version of yourself that will have abundance. You have to have a foresight or see it. You have to be able to almost see into another world dimensionally. This is all perception. Then you have to have intuition. You got to have a sense of when it's time to invest and when it may not suffice to invest. You get what I'm saying? And when you come in contact with someone or something, to know the energy is right, psychometry. So the intuition, telepathy, clairvoyant, you understand? These are things that you want to take into consideration. When you add these senses together with the 5, you get the 9. In order to amass wealth, you have to have perception, right? And you don't tap into the lower senses. You got to tap into the higher. Like I said, the intuition, the telepathy, the psychometry, the clairvoyance. You have to tap in to senses that they don't really tell you to confide in order to materialize your conceptions, to make sure your ideas come to fruition. It really is a spiritual undertaking. You understand? And then let's go a little further. When a woman breastfeeds, she produces a hormone. Hormones are instructions called oxytocin. The instructions is to feel real good about yourself and to want to protect whatever created the opportunity for you to feel good about yourself. Whatever caused the hormone oxytocin to be produced, which is the bonding hormone. So when a woman breastfeeds, she produces oxytocin, and it causes her to say, not only that she feels better internally, but it makes her say, let me become protective of my child. Whatever causes the hormones to be produced, whatever's responsible for it, the woman's going to be more protective about it. Well, it's not exclusive to women. Oxytocin is also produced. Let's say you don't have no money, or you have a little bit of money, and you can't really afford to be giving somebody some money at the moment, but you say, man, you know what, I'll just give it to them anyway. And then you realize the impact that it has on that person. It gives you a high, and it makes you feel good about yourself. Oxytocin chemically is almost one and the same as what you find chemically in crack and cocaine. So you get a natural high when you do right by somebody or you donate. You get a natural high if you find some money. You find some money on the floor, and you say, man, let me get this money. You step on it, you go through everything to look real discreet. Someone catches you. And when you make it out of that supermarket after dragging this damn $1 off the floor, $20 off the floor, and that shit got a few holes in it, it may not go through a machine, but if you tape it up, it's going to work out. You feel good about yourself. You're like, damn, I pulled it off. And then guess what? You're now addicted to it. So for the rest of that day and maybe tomorrow and throughout the week, you're going to keep walking around just hoping you can find another $20, $50.
Polite. You brought me to something, because when me and your wife went to a store one time in Brooklyn, and she went to go get some money, she pulled that, she found $20 in the ATM. And you know she born under that number 6 energy, which is a magnet for money, you know? So that just reminded her, and she felt good. I said, yo, you just found $20? Yo, and that is deep. And then I was walking with another friend, and she found $200, and she born on the 6 also. That's 6. They be getting this money. She bought $200 in front of me. So you know they be making big up to Amanette all the time. You first big up to Amanette and the whole family.
Amanette still finding money, but that should be mine.
Big up Amanette. What's up?
If you see it somewhere, she didn't know where it was at, she considered she found it. Anyway, she found laundry. She found some money in my laundry. She considered it lost and found.
You damn right. You damn right. And then she wants to put it. She wants. Huh?
So I learned how to wash my own clothes because of that situation.
Yo, yeah, I don't know. Brother POLIGHT is a comedian, man. So don't watch him. Watch him. He's funny. Now, you know, can money buy happiness from your point of view?
Oh yes, and let me say this. So that same chemical that's similar to what you find in crack and what you find in cocaine, that's also produced when women breastfeeds, that's also produced when you find money, that's also produced when you donate to someone, it's also produced. That same high is produced when you get paid and you feel you got paid properly.
That's right.
Or when you make an investment and you get a return, oxytocin gets produced. So we get a natural high out of life through compensation. If you're underpaid, you'll start be seeking highs that are synthetic. Crack, cocaine, cigarettes, alcohol. You walking with me? And so what we find is our people have been cheated out of the natural high that we would get out of life. Because if we were properly compensated, we would definitely donate more often, most of us. And we would definitely invest and we have more money at our disposal. So we want to be so scared about investing. And then we will get returns on our investment. And then so we will begin natural highs because when you're paid right, you can invest and get returns and you can also donate. And so these things would make life very engaging and more fun. And therefore we would be happy.
That's right.
But unfortunately, we're underpaid or not paid at all. And that leads to a domino effect of lower emotions that cause us to confide in synthetic drugs to get the same high that we can get out of getting a return on our investment or just getting paid properly when we work for someone whose business we know how to run better than the damn person that hired us 9 times out of 10. And so can money buy happiness? Absolutely. Because even if I wanted to have some kind of deep affection or be romantic or have sex based on what love means, right? Can money buy love? Yeah, strip clubs all over the place. And we can go further. You know what I'm saying? Based on what love means, you can buy love based on what the word love means. You can't buy concern, but you can damn sure buy love. Let this be for the record. The word love means to want to engage someone romantically, to have sex with them. So yes, money can buy love. So whoever tell you money can't buy love, they ain't been to the gentleman's club.
Exactly.
Okay? Somebody be expecting it for you for $10, $20.
Yo, and you know, people that, yo,
they're a little more costly, but it's more worth it. Go ahead.
People, y'all gotta understand when this man is serious about what he's saying. I'm telling y'all right now, serious as a heart attack, son.
It's all about dispelling the myths and commonly misused words. Words that we think we understand what it means because we go with popular rumor. Because the first thing people like to say is, if you really love me, you would do this. If you really love me. And you always find out people's definition for love and they're angry with you. Because no one meets you when they want to say, these are my expectations. You normally find out when you fall short and miscellaneous expectations that are very convenient. Hey, baby, knock it off.
It's all right.
Yeah. Hey, now, hey, you. Come here. 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 Come.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, family. I'm telling you, family. This is real. Hey, there she goes again. Hey, look at her. She happy now. What's up, baby? How you doing? You all right? Oh, she waving. Oh, there you go. Good to see you. Finally. And she got that model wave too. You know she's gonna be a model, right? She got the model wave. She just like her mama. You just like your mama. Say greetings, peace, success, abundance. Yo, POLIGHT. Now that you got the baby in the hand, now this is an interesting part because relationship. And you know, I've known you for years, and you have held fast to polygyny, not polygamy, polygyny. Now, what is the hardest aspect of being a polygynist? And of course, making it work, because some of us can't even work with one guy or one woman or one anything. So what's so and what's so interesting, even in the Holy Quran, and I'm gonna go religious with you a little, because even in the Holy Quran, they say you can have up to 4 wives, but they prefer you have one. Yeah, they prefer you. They say you can have one now. So please talk about that, please.
Hey, I would say this. So, all right. You're playing yourself. You know what I'm doing. Why you gotta do this all the time? All right. So, that was a word from our sponsors.
That's right.
So, what happens is, I wouldn't say technically, I wouldn't want to say that it's difficult, right? But what I would say is, you have to have the mindset for it, right? And you have to be willing to play by the rules. You have to have some kind of rule for system. And if you got a rule, if you got rules, if you got protocols, you got to follow it. If you go against it, then everything goes to hell. You cannot think that you can be in a polygynous paradigm and thrive if you don't follow protocols. Meaning, there has to be the way that we disagree. There has to be the way you disagree, the way you suggest that this issue, the time and the place. You have to have a certain level of decorum. Furthermore, we must understand that I may have 4 wives, but that's 4 monogamous relationships. So if you're not good at monogamy, then you're not good at polygyny. You can't to suggest that, hey, one woman ain't working for me, I'm going to get 2, 3, or 4. That's a contradiction. Because if one woman's not working for you, that hell will be multiplied as many women as you introduce. You need a woman that will be able to vouch for you as a stand-up brother or sister in my working model. Because I got a different working model. I don't make religious subscriptions in the way that I conduct it. And then another thing, and this is just relationships in general, you're going to get hurt no matter what. So the mythos is, if a woman gets hurt in polygyny, she would like to believe, I'm hurt because it's polygyny. No, you're hurt because your emotions are involved. And if a person is worth the investment, then you're taking a risk, because any investment entails a risk.
Right.
And so what we have to understand is this. It's not about the love. It's about how much pain you're willing to endure. And that's the paradox. And that's probably the most unlikely thing people would expect me to say. But you have to be willing to endure pain, trauma. And I'm not talking like physical abuse and all this. I'm talking anybody that's worth loving is worth being hurt for. That doesn't mean cheating.
That's right.
That means when you have high expectations of someone, they will let you down. You can't have no expectations of anyone on planet Earth and not be let down by them. If you look up to your mother, she will let you down. If you look up to your father, he will let you down. If you love your best friend, they will let you down. So the biggest complexity of relationships of any kind is the misconception that you can have high expectations of someone because you love them, but they shouldn't let you down on occasion. Everyone has to be let down on occasion, because no one knows what's right or what's wrong for you until they actually transpire. And none of us are far removed from being imperfect. So we all make mistakes. And certain errors that other people make would never impact you the way an error a loved one can make. So what I'm saying is, if you're really serious about being in any kind of relationship with anyone, you have to be willing to be vulnerable, because you will be hurt. And people live in a fake world where they believe, oh, you love me, you should never hurt me. That's a lie. We're going to hurt each other inadvertently. We're going to hurt each other on purpose. It's a fact. There's no way around it. Before you get yourselves engaged in any relationship, put on your armor or your armor. Armor means love, but phonetically it's also your armor or your protection.
That's right.
So put on your armor, because that's what love is. You gotta have a damn bulletproof vest. It can protect you, or or that vest could be shabby, and you like, yo, I'm gonna take the hits, and that bullet go right through your ass, right? So we have to understand that the hardest part of any relationship, accepting the imperfections of the person you choose to be vulnerable to, because there's no application of love, not the definition, because we know what the definition means, just romance and want to have sex and deep affection and all that. But the love that, for the most part, there's a consensus amongst people that use the word love, which is more in the realm of concern and care. There's no one you can care or have concern about that if you choose to care and have concern about them, you simultaneously have to be willing to be vulnerable. Because to care or be concerned about someone is to be vulnerable. My father's sick right now. For me to care about him or be concerned about him is for me to be vulnerable emotionally, the very notion that he's sick. See what I'm saying? So to care or concern about anyone means somewhere on the line, because you accept vulnerability, not through love, but through care and concern. We're going to leave that word love out of there, because love doesn't demand nothing of anyone. But care and concern demands obligation. Warrants obligation. When you say you care about someone, you say you're concerned about someone, people think that means you won't do things that may demonstrate opposite to the concern and the care. People think because you are close to them that you can't demonstrate human emotions of insensitivity. Where they may say, if you care about me, people say, well, what we're going to do is care and concern. If you cared and you're concerned about me, you would never do this to me. That's the truth.
Right.
Because I love my wives. And I have done things. I'm not talking about cheating. I have done things since, you know, it's the first thing to say, oh, the confessions of podcast.
Exactly.
So let me just do my disclaimer right there. I love her, right? But I had to make it clear that I'm not insensitive on purpose. And, you know, we got to stick with the angst that the road to hell was paved with good intentions. So sometimes you mean well, and that shit just goes to hell. And it's a fact. Sometimes you really got in your mind, yo, I'm going to please everybody. And after you attempt to please every goddamn body, everything goes to hell. That's true. You know, and you sincerely don't mean no harm to nobody.
Right.
But you just can't back in time and say, let me fix it. And a lot of times people won't give you the opportunity to make amends, because it's this false pretense that just because someone loves you, they can't be in great error.
Yes, sir. That's true.
And that is the hardest part of not polygyny in any relationship. Seeing imperfections of people that are closest to you. Because there's no such thing as being hurt is off limits just because you're in a relationship. There's no such thing. So a lot of people, particularly women, will hold it against a person, a man, will hold it against them. It happens with men on the other side, vice versa. A lot of times people hold these grudges against people because it is fake, illusory pretense that we don't have the right to hurt you. So my philosophy is, if you choose to love me, then my nigga, here comes the pain. Just get over it. Because I'm complex, I'm high maintenance, and I'm all over the damn place with just business and itself. So I'm bound to ignore you, but it's not on purpose. You know, I'm aggressive, so I'm bound, and I'm a teacher and I'm a speaker. I can articulate myself better than anyone in my household. So, you know, sometimes I get told, I don't want a lawyer, I want a husband. And I'm like, nigga, like this is just getting ridiculous.
And polite, I've seen you. I remember back in the day, I've seen you on y'all have like a tribunal, man. They sat at the table and he was on the hot seat this time. And people don't understand. They don't understand the dynamics of that. That's why I tell people to read your book, Polygamy and Monogamy, Roman Antics and Romantics. Yes, sister. Yes, my little sister. But it's so important because I've seen it happen where you got in trouble and they had you on the hot seat. Now, what is the hardest part of maintaining a relationship of that dynamic, especially dealing with the first wife and her accepting what you're doing in a polygynous relationship and then growing to have the amount of wives you have today?
Well, I would say the hardest part is building credibility.
Yes.
You know, and that happens with the first wife. Yes. Because if you're not, you know, I don't want to use no vulgarity around the babies, but if you're a no good guy and you're inconsistent with following through with your word, then that revelation will be revealed to the next woman that comes in. Like, it's just going to be seen. The amount of confidence your wife has in you is a reflection of the time put in. So I would always say the hardest part of a polygynous relationship would be the start. One, because the way I teach, you should be with your first woman at least 3 to 5 years. Now, what man who wants to be polygynous is going to stay with the first woman 3 to 5 years? Now, watch this. We're going to find ourselves in a conundrum. You know why? Because if you stay with a woman for 3 to 5 years, then she's used to being with her damn self. So now this is all confusion. So the hardest part is just starting. Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If you need a 5-year plan, she's going to say this shit is working. So what the hell we need to do with somebody else? Because you're such a great man. Right? So you're going to say, yo, Brother POLIGHT just set me up.
Exactly.
This is the complete opposite of what she wants, because now she's used to me being such a great man. Why the hell would she want to share this great man? So it's more about, Mom? Yo, Mom? What? Mom energy is carrying over here or something? Yeah, I think, yo, she's connected to Mom. Yeah, she's like, Mom.
She is.
Mom said her feelings.
She's laughing. She's smiling.
Mom?
Mom, where Mom at? Where Mom? I ain't seen Mom in years. How Mom doing?
I said, you don't want me to talk.
Yeah, where Mom at? Come on in. You can hold 3 people on here now. Where Mom at?
Hey, 300 people just came in just because you say you might talk. You laughing? I know, baby. So yeah, so you know that on the real, it's all about accepting people's personality too. Because if people are just forthcoming and honest, go ahead.
Hey, POLIGHT, look. POLIGHT.
Yes.
Look at this.
You got a dog?
Nah. My friend I'm staying with in Florida, they have a dog.
Yeah, your friend, your girlfriend, your lady friend. You got a lady friend?
No, it is a lady friend, of course, but
that's what I said.
It's a friend.
Hey,
yeah, dog, you gotta get down. Sit down. Sit.
You still got that roller, right?
Yes, I do. You're terrible. Yo, hey, people, y'all don't know our history, man. It goes back, and you look, people. It's just I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell the older brothers and sisters out there. I'm an older brother. I'm 54 years of age, of course, and I can listen to this young man and learn, and that's what a lot of us older brothers are not connecting with the young people, willing to learn from them. So what he just said about polygamy and polygyny, as far as each relationship being a monogamous relationship, and actually putting it and making it all work, this is real good wisdom. And I know he studied some great people that used to practice polygyny or polygamy.
And don't forget the advice I gave you about the foam roller when you're dealing with all those voluptuous women, and you're about 5'6" out there. You need that foam roller to get rid of the scar tissue before you hurt yourself. That was also advice I gave him. He's neglecting to break that down. I bet you got a foam roller with him now. Do you got a foam roller with you? Let's see the foam roller.
It's in the back in my room. I do have it. It's in the room. I do have it. But this time I got a pillow in my back.
Hey, you know, polygyny demands that you be in shape.
Yeah, that's why I work out. That's why I got to keep my back. You're the one that told me to get that foam roller for my back too. So.
Yeah, I saved your life. Oh my goodness.
Let's go back into time a little bit with another relationship.
Let's go back.
Let's go back into time with another relationship that you had, man. And I hope she's watching, my dear friend.
Damn, you know, I forgot to give a call.
You didn't give her a call? Damn, man. But she might be watching you anyway.
She might be getting this light fixed up, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yo, but a dear friend of mine that I even knew back in Brooklyn back in the day that I ran into, we was on Flatbush. I ran into her.
Watch your head, baby. Watch your head, baby. Watch your head, beautiful. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, I ran into her in Brooklyn at a supermarket. Organic supermarket at that, and I gave her a flyer, and she realized the flyer was you was on it, and she had wanted to meet you, and she was talking. At that moment she was talking to whose sister she was talking to. She was talking to Lisa Left Eye Lopez's sister on the phone.
Oh wow!
At that time when I ran into the great Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown is a dear friend of mine, family, who I've known since she was a younger sister before she broke into that entertainment world. And I know her moms and her brother and all of them over there in Brooklyn. I won't say the street, but everybody who knows Foxy's from Brooklyn and Trinidad, via Trinidad, Inga, a.k.a. Inga. And she actually wanted to meet Polite, and Polite loved this sister. He loved this sister.
Yeah. We was going to get married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Did you really love Foxy Brown? Let's be honest. Did you really love her?
Hey, we read that meaning for love, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Il Nana. All right. So we gonna keep this shit for real. It's after hours. The babies are gone.
That's right.
I really have a deep affection and appreciation for her. A love and a concern for her. She's a great woman, extremely intelligent, way more beyond what the media would share. Yeah. And she was very loving, way more than she would demonstrate before the general public. And so, man, it's so much passion amongst us. We either had the most amazing embrace for each other or the wildest confrontations, she likes being with people who have like street ties or that's hood.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because when she gets upset and then I get upset, it's just interesting. It could get out of control. But man, we had so much great times, man. She's a great sister, man. I definitely always love and support Inga because
that's right.
It's amazing because I'll tell you this. When I was young, I was always crushing on being with her. So when you get older and you find out, oh shit, the superstar that you're crushing on wants to talk to you, it was highest honor. And not only did she want to talk to me, it was like I was driving in some nice car. I was in a hoopty. I ain't had no brand. My shit had a dent on the car.
That's right. That's right. I
always had a driver, but my driver's car was worse than my shit.
Yeah, I think I was driving that night. Hey,
the door don't even work on one of the sides of the car. And one time, and Fox could have texted this shit. One time she was so angry. My brother T-Boy, he was my driver.
Yeah, T-Boy that time.
She was so angry with me because of some other stuff. But like I said, sometimes you're going to hurt people inadvertently. So there was one of those occasions. She was vulnerable towards me. And she got upset. And she was like, you know what? She started going in Foxy mode. Inga is my loving boo. That's my boo. Foxy Brown is the alter ego who turned the fuck up. So she went from Inga to Foxy.
To Foxy
And she
Brown.
got so angry, man. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I can't take this. Let me out. I'm like, yo, you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck I am? I said, yo, I know who you are to me. I don't give a fuck who everybody else call you or how they see you. Who are you talking to like that? So a whole prestige, you know who I am, and all this shit's going on. I'm like, you know the fuck I am? You know what I'm saying? So I'm she in her bag, I'm in my bag. We pissed off. I'm getting the fuck out of this car. So she decides she's getting out of the car while the car's moving.
Yeah.
So my man, she's kicking the door, she's doing everything. My man pulls over to let her out. So she tries to get out. She's shaking the door and do everything. But mind you, it's one of those cars where my man got to come out to open the door because the shit is a hoop. So she's locked in the car. She can't get out even though she's doing it. She's making every effort to come out because I'm in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like so embarrassed at this point. Like, you know what? Whatever she's mad about, she just humble out because she dealing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was so on my own personality and my ego. I'm like, damn, I should humble out because at this point, she can't even get out of the car. She wants to get out. And I'm telling her, you want to leave? Then get the fuck out of here then. Bounce. I don't fuck who you think you are. She's like, yo, you gonna watch you tell me I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then she starts kicking. Let me get out of here. And you trying to keep me in. I'm like, yo, fuck. I'm trying to explain to her, like, yo, the reason why my man be looking like he's being courteous and opening the door for you all the time is because he has to open the door. He has to open the door. We don't even making the shit look like the nigga being positive. Well, you can't get out this motherfucker unless it's open from the outside.
Big up to Atiba. Big up to Atiba, man. Big up to
Atiba because he faked that move to a letter. But yo, but I'm fuck with Foxy because while she's at hustle doing her thing, she dealt with me even when my cars was towed up and stuff.
Yep.
She was with me. You know that. She was coming to the crib. And he's just like looking outside like, yo, it's Foxy Brown. Like she when you like this is when people's always out my magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you called me. You called me that night. It was around 11, 12 o'clock. You called me and said, yo, here it is. Listen to this shit. He said, it's Foxy out there screaming. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
She came to the crib, made a whole fucking scene. And I loved it. It was all crazy. I was sick. She was sick. We all nuts. But, yo, man, I got stories for days. But, yo, she was so supportive, though. It comes to my wrestling, everything. Man supportive, man. Man supportive. So, you know, like I said, she had her closest connection to Aminette. She loved Aminette. But, you know, everybody else, she ain't beat with right. But as you go down the line with wives, it gets worse and worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but her and Aminette had the dark chocolate thing going on. They was connecting eye to eye. Yeah. No racism. They was the blacks in the relationship, the darkest women. They was on a racist shit.
And both of them were number sixes. That's right. Both of them were number sixes. So they worked. Number six. 6 power work. They worked. Yo, you know what's so interesting?
So it was segregated at the time. The light skin versus dark skin. We was on our Willie Lynch shit. It was real ridiculous.
Yo, big up to Kafunya in the chat. Kafunya's in the chat. Big up to Kafunya. She was shouting out meeting Foxioso back in the day.
Hey,
so
peace, Kafunya, peace.
Sister Kafunya's in the chat. That's right. She in the chat, man. That's right. That's right. Another fellow Leo like you. A fellow Leo like you.
Yeah. So yo, Kafunya for those crystals, for anything dealing with the energy matrix.
Yeah. That's right.
That's the sister you need to go to. She's been doing this for too long to not be strong. You know, she got that thing in a headlock, just like my brother got the numbers in a headlock. So she's probably the only person I would refer you to when it comes to that. But go ahead.
But you was also very influential, also helping with Queen of Fu at certain times. That's like your mama, a spiritual mother, man.
Queen of Fu is still my mom's, man. Yeah, that's right. She adopted me on a Father's Day.
Yes, that's right.
It was a Father's Day. She adopted me on a Father's Day. That was truly, truly sentimental, man. And I love that woman so much. She came out to LA. I made sure I took good care of moms and did what I had to do until she started busting out the moves. But I definitely love moms, Queen of Fu. So you make sure y'all support moms, for real.
Yeah.
Hey, it's telling me I got 25 seconds remaining.
Okay. You all right?
If I could close it, I don't even know how to stop it. It's gonna just stop itself, I guess.
All right, well, be at peace, family. I might not be able to come back on the next one, but much love all the time.
That was a good build, man. Peace to you, man. I had a lot of laughs.
I love you, man. Love you, man. Be safe, all right?
brotherpolight.com. You already know. Let's get those courses.